We all know that over 90% of traders lose money. But do you know why? Most people think it is because of lack of strategy or wrong stock selection or even bad luck. But the real reason, the real true reason why the majority of traders fail is trading psychology, right? It's the lack of emotional control that leads them to losses. So let me ask you this. How many times have you been scared to get out of a bad position which was in a small loss? Right? A very small loss, 1000 rupees, 2000 rupees, 3000 rupees, which you know it was not a big deal and you knew that the trade was bad, but you still did not exit. Why? Because you became emotionally weak, right? So you thought, okay, I don't want to take this loss. If I just hold on to my trade a little bit longer, it might turn around. But what happened? The losses just became bigger and bigger and bigger. Similarly, how much money have you lost because of overtrading? Right? So you couldn't control your emotion. That temptation that you have to take a trade is so high that you have to take a trade. You need to place some orders. Right? So how much money have you lost because of that habit? Similarly, how much money have you lost because of the greed of taking a huge position because you thought that this trade is a sure shot win. So let me just make a lot of money from this one trade itself. So guys, this list of mistakes goes on and on and on. But the question comes that why is it so hard to control emotions? And the answer is surprisingly simple, that you are trading alone and handling all these emotions of greed and fear and uncertainty. When you're all alone, it is very, very hard. So we have been in this market for a very long time. So we realize that this is a problem which needs a solution on an urgent basis. That's why we came up with the idea of Buzzer, India's first and only risk management application designed specifically for retail traders. So think of Buzzer as your close friend who will keep track of your trades in real time and will remind you as soon as you make a mistake. Okay. So here is how it works. Log into Buzzer through your broker's account credentials. It can be Zerodha or Upstocks or Angel One, whichever broker that you have. And now you define the rules that you would like to follow on any particular day. So for example, what is your maximum loss capacity? Do you want to stop over trading? Do you want the system to check for order entry or stop loss issues? Do you want to control your greed, right? And stop taking positions of a too big of a size? So once you define these rules, your job is done. This is just a one-time setup and Buzzer's job begins. Okay. So from this moment, Buzzer will constantly monitor your positions. And if you break any of these rules, it will immediately alert you via email or SMS or WhatsApp or Telegram so that you get back on track. Right. So for example, let's say if you are not exiting a losing trade and it's going beyond your maximum loss capacity, Buzzer will remind you to get your act together. Or let's say you are over trading, right? You have already crossed the threshold for the number of trades that you should be taking in a day. Buzzer will remind you to stop messing around. It will say, okay, bro, what the hell are you doing? Stop with this nonsense. Similarly, if you have any positions where you don't have any stop loss, Buzzer will ask you to create one on an urgent basis. As you can see, Buzzer springs into action before things go wrong, right? It shakes you out of your weakness and reminds you to become strong and disciplined in trading. So having Buzzer is like having a loyal friend who will always be there for you. And one more thing, Buzzer is absolutely, positively free, right? There are no strings attached. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and use Buzzer and get the emotional support that you desperately need.